he is. I think the camera's going to shake a lot, so just prepare for that. All right, everybody, welcome back to round 2 coverage of Friday Night Magic from Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. My name, as always, is Zachary Evans. I'm joined tonight by Allie Browning and Max Turner, who has the bye
Go victory
in the 1-1 the hard way bracket. Let's talk a little bit about the matchup we've got for you here in round 2. Both of these players are on 1 win. On the left, we've got Brett Rose playing an Esper control deck, but it's more of a mill plan kind of deck than just a God's Honest control deck. And we've got his opponent, Brandon Booth, who is playing, I believe, the red-green aggro deck of one Max Turner. Is that correct?
Yes.
Which is basically a red-green good stuff. It's not necessarily all aggro. It plays Thundermaws and it plays yes, it plays Gyre Sage as well, yes. Right? And Domries, as well as what's the other big guy it plays? Wolfear's Silverheart. Sometimes I forget that card exists, and then I'm always amazed at how good it is. So Brandon Booth casting a turn 2 Strangleroot Geist after Brett Demir charms his Arbor Elf. And the Geist getting in there, knocking Brett down to 16.
Is that resolve? No.
And that is a Psychic Strike, which is going to mill 2 cards as well. The milling has some kind of incremental value in Brett's deck, but to be perfectly honest, it's just a 3-mana hard counter. Might as well play that one instead of cancel, you know? So we see Brett does have a Terminus in hand, but we're 2 turns away from being able to cast that bad boy.
He definitely has 2 turns.
Brett going to take this opportunity to enjoy a nice long pull off that Coke Classic, and then eat 5 from the combination of Flint Hoof Boar and Strangleroot Geist. He's down to 11.
Putting some pressure.
People forget that Strangleroot Geist is a Magic card sometimes, and it's just amazing how the format is full of so many good creatures that 2 lands and Strangleroot Geist isn't necessarily good enough, you know? So Brandon a little bit mana flooded here, except for the fact that he needs 5 mana to cast that Wolfear's Silverheart, and if it lands, he loses, right? Or 6, 5, 9. Pairing it with
Charms, doesn't he?
Pairing it with the Flint Hoof Boar. The problem here is that if Brett charms something, his Terminus gets that much worse.
True. Because he doesn't just eat none.
It's 7 from the Boar and 2 from the Strangleroot Geist. Well, he's going to gain 2 and draw 2. Go down to 4 then? Off the attacks, and then he's going to untap and Terminus.
Yep.
And does Brandon have 1 card in hand, it looks like? Maybe 2? No, I believe 2.
Definitely, if he draws, just slaps Thundermaw because it's over.
Most games are over if you slap Thundermaw, although I would say I imagine he would have played Thundermaw that turn if he had it. He has a Gore-Clan Rampager.
So haste creature ends it.
He also has a Searing Spear.
So he's making Brett deal with the board again.
Yep, he has to kill both, as we know he has a Searing Spear, so that Arbor Elf is actually lethal as well. So Brett's going to need to clear the board again.
I assume he plays Verdicts and Terminus.
Well, there's the verdict. So Brett survives, but at an effective 1 life. Does he have...
Charms draw.
Aggressive use of the oft-overlooked fake Ponder mode.
Sticking with a land.
So put a land I cannot see anything that Brett has done. Binning another Gore-Clan and a Burning Tree Emissary, I believe? Yeah, so leaving Rootbound Crag on top. I mean, it's a fine play in that situation because I think Brett has another Sphinx's Revelation in his hand, and he's just trying to survive that draw step.
Right.
I also, at this point, noticed that Brandon Booth's playmat is supporting Sumo Psychotalk.
Yep.
I don't know what that is, but I like it.
He has 2 cards?
He has 3 cards, I think. One of them is Sphinx's Revelation. He drew a Stomping Grounds. So in response here, you should burn, shouldn't you? Just to make sure it sticks. Because Brett's never going to play a creature, right?
They draw another revelation off that.
No, they just chain them all together. It's like Cryptic Command back in Blue Black Fairies standard. Just chain them all together.
I feel like the point where Brandon should have already won is past.
Yeah, there is some kind of reverse inevitability of these aggro decks, where if you don't get there soon, you're never going to get there late. So Tamiyo lands. Brett's going to go ahead and lock down the Stomping Ground. Thunder Maw Hellkite.
He bashed Brett.
He can kill Brett.
He bashed Tamiyo. Forced Brett to have another wrath.
I think... Oh, it didn't matter. But I don't like that attack. I mean, with his spear in hand and Brett at 8 life.
Brett have a Drown Yard?
I don't think he has it currently in play.
I'm sure he has a billion counters.
Yep. Locking down the same Stomping Ground with Tamiyo. I don't know, maybe you do have to kill Tamiyo there, because when Brett untaps, he's just going to lock it down, and it's never going to get attack again, so... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? It's Undead Alchemist, right? So, I forget Undead Alchemist's base stats, but basically now when something does damage to Brandon, he's going to mill that many cards worth.
You gotta hit Brett at this point. Oh, ultimate price. My word. He's got the dances.
Ultimate price taking out
4-2.
While I desperately tried to... Come on, are you kidding me?
What?
This thing just being awkward. I'm trying to bring up the card viewer and it's not cooperating. Just show you what Undead Alchemist does. Oh, that's a picture of us. Jeez. Alright, slowly but surely here. If a zombie we control will deal damage to Brandon, instead you mill that many cards, and for every creature that gets milled, you get a 2/2 zombie.
Oh, he had to mill some form of creatures off of hitting Brandon. Jace, Negtude.
So now we've assembled the Super Friends of Socks and Sandals and Jace 4.0.
It's Tamiyo, Socks and Sandals.
Mm-hmm. That, I believe, is a Ruben Bressler comment. Or one of his classic nicknames. I need to go find a pen so I can write down all of my notes for the recap post that no one reads. And yes, you can see it inevitably happening already. This is going to be one of those games where Brett Rose is going to kill Brandon Booth without ever doing a single bit of damage with him. Thank you, Allie, for the pin. Forget what the notes were from the earlier rounds. Oh, the Max Genesis wave. That's a good highlight to link back to people.
There's very few highlights that first match.
There will be no highlights from the first round. Gyre Sage gets dissipated. I mean, Brett has 1,000 cards in his hand. Nothing is ever going to resolve, and even if it does, unless it's a haste creature, it's just going to get locked down with Tamiyo. Are we going to see an emblem here? No, he's one off from an emblem. He's milled 3 creatures, so he has 6 power of zombies here. Lockdown Stomping Ground. Mini Factor Fiction on Jace. Here Brett explaining what the emblem does for Tamiyo. Tamiyo's emblem reads, target player wins so hard. Last week it said, target Max Turner becomes a douche. And we just give you a hard time because it was very brutal to watch, but Brandon choosing to put just the terminus there, it's one of those kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... The Drown Yard is a win condition, but he's gonna kill him with this Undead Alchemist. Which I think is which is interesting. I know it's kind of like, it's an odd card you don't usually see, but it's the same thing as some Esper decks play like one of Consuming Aberration, and it's the same thing.
You got like 6 more 2/2s. The deck runs like 30 creatures. So.
Yeah, it's all creatures. What non-creature spells do you have? Domri and Searing Spear?
3 Domries, 4 Searing Spears, and land, I guess.
So Brett's has got the Rainbow Coalition of dice here. Ooh, but Brandon answers with the Arbor Elf. Now he's got him right where he wants him. He's countering the Arbor Elf. Oh. Searing Spear, Brett down to 2, but Brandon just going to scoop it up after that. It's very interesting that that Brett chose to counter there because, I mean, with just 2 cards in hand, Brandon can't kill him. But I mean, don't you just untap Tameo Emblem, have hard counter for the rest of the game? So these guys go to the sideboard, and I go to my random bag of graphics to remind everyone that just like every week, we're giving away another playset of rock, paper, scissors cards. You may have seen the guys in our feature match both this week and in weeks previous use these delightful parody cards from Unglued to start their matches. Guys, it's 2013. We are living in Generation Y. Technology abounds. Don't go to, what is this, the Frontier Times, rolling dice and flipping coins. Start
We're having duels at high noon.
Exactly, Max. We need to get with the program, get in the modern age, and start your games with rock, paper, scissors. If you don't have a playset, you're in luck. Just head over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic. And remember, if you're watching on YouTube, you are eligible to enter into this drawing just as much as everyone else throughout the week. You've got up until next FNM to sign up. You've got 3 separate ways to enter. I'm going to make a post right after I'm done here, and you can like, comment, and share that post. All of those give you an entry, and it also shows up on my Twitch account, or not my Twitch account, the what's that thing with the @ symbol? Twitter? That's the one.
Twitter.
You can go. It shows up on our Twitter account. If you retweet, you're eligible to win. So 4 ways to enter each and every week. But remember, if you want to win, you have to be following me on Twitter, or you have to like me on Facebook, or like the page on Facebook. If I draw your name next week, you will win. So that post is now up. So look for that goodness. One of the ways we can give back to you, our faithful fans. These guys move into Game 2 as Brett's Esper control deck. That's the first, I can guarantee you right now, we're the only stream in existence that's going to show you a player winning with Undead Alchemist.
It's true.
That's what we bring to the table. That revolutionary...
Shut it.
Yeah. You think Brainstorm's hard to play with? Have you ever played with Undead Alchemist? It's got so much text on it. No one knows how it... Literally no one knows how it works.
I want to start inter-stream fights.
Right? Yeah. Max had to buy this time.
Stop eating my time
I
out.
want guys to sleep trap so bad. I'm falling in love with that card.
Did you win your second round as well?
First time ever I'm playing with it tonight. RD.
Did you win?
Yeah, off the back of some guys think.
It is hard. Some decks cannot beat it.
She wears a weight belt. That means she carries, in case anybody catch that.
Just remember, we are doing some giveaways here tonight, courtesy of Stream Fan and guest Allie Browning. This round, we've got a birthing pod to give away.
Pick a stream and I'll start a fight with them.
Don't do that.
Not a mean fight.
So I'm going to think of another trivia question here. At the end,
Cedric Phillips.
I was just about to say Cedric.
at the end of this round, we'll ask another stream-related trivia question, or we can do it now since we are resolving a mulligan. Again, all of these questions tonight are going to reward people who have watched us in the past. You might take that as an indication that for future giveaways, we will also be rewarding people who have watched, so you might want to watch. And I say this all the time, and I know I'm super biased, but if I was not doing this stream, this is the kind of stream I would want to watch. I firmly support this product.
I don't watch very many streams.
I watch the Legacy stream, I watch Adam Prozac, and I occasionally will watch something else. I mean, obviously I watch the Pro Tour and Star City and GG's Live and stuff like that.
I have a small crush on Adam Prozac. I have a small.
I enjoy the way he does not take himself too seriously.
I had a dream with Adam Prozac in it. That he asked me for a sideboard tech before SCG opened.
What did you,
I don't remember.
I didn't know that.
I wouldn't be
You
here.
could
I'd be on the Pro Tour.
You could have just told me something. We didn't know. So turn 2, Geyer Sage out of Brandon.
That's good.
That guy gets pretty big pretty
This could
quick.
be the blow-up turn.
Can we
You can
chain
get turn
some?
3 Thunderbolts.
Can we chain emissaries here? So 3 mana.
We're an emissary into something. Okay.
Strangle
so
Root,
mana,
guys.
Evolve.
So the Geyer Sage evolves 1. Brandon says, "Get the die out of here." I got this one with numbers on it.
You bash for 4.
I found him for 4. No, he's going to cast another Strangle Root, guys. Get in for 4, but open ourselves up to even more blowouts from Supreme Birds.
I think it's a blowout.
Well, you've got an extra guy on. Well, it's a Strangle Root, guys. You're right.
2 of them.
I'm bad at Magic, Max. Nothing about this should be new to you.
You beat me senseless and Legacy.
Blind Obedience. I beat you Census and Legacy because I was playing Rug Delver, you playing Elves, and my Molta 6 on the draw had a land, 3 Lightning Bolts, and a Daze. Yes, I got there in that one. But even then, only because you natural ordered and forgot to have Elder Scale Worm in your deck. I'm telling you, I think we broke the format there in Legacy.
I was like, yeah, so he gave me a Elder Scale Worm. I was like, natural order, worm. Alright, your turn. He had to Fire Blast it and waste something else, then no lands to kill it, and then I just walked it. We'll see now.
Against the burn deck?
Yeah, because it's good when my opponent doesn't have land.
We had a 6-player Legacy tournament, and I fielded half of the decks.
We got a Gorkling's win. Yay!
That's enough. Exactly. So, game 1, a long drawn-out affair with some early action stabilization and late game win. Game 2, over in the blink of an eye. So Brandon Booth draws even in this round 2 matchup. Gore Clan Rampagering for the win. I should mention I recently put Gore Clan Rampager in my cube. I don't know why I hadn't, because it's very good.
Yes, it's very flavorful.
It's very flavorful. It's very strong. It has a lot of utility. It's a counter spell. It's a direct damage spell.
Titanic Growth.
It's a 4/4 dude.
Yeah.
It's a big guy. So remember, like I said, we are giving away a birthing pod this round to a viewer in the chat. And this is, we'll come up with a question right now. Give me a topic and I'll come up with a question. It has to be stream related.
What have you been keeping track of? What wins the most on rock, paper, and scissors?
I stopped after about 2 months because that was really
Do you have those statistics?
No, I do not. Because that's super tedious. Oh, here's
Crash the party. Oh, there's too many people. Hey, everybody in the feed. Bye, everybody in the feed.
that of course a cameo appearance by Aaron Daly, who was the aforementioned video star from last night. Like I say, I've got to give a lot of props to Aaron because there are some people who would not recognize that we're just having fun with him, not at his expense.
Correct.
But I'm telling you, you need to go back and watch that video because it's a good time for all. So turn 2 Blind Obedience on the play makes this game drastically different as we've now shut off all the haste creatures in Brandon's deck. And there's a Domri Rod. Obviously, I imagine, what did he reveal there? Silverheart? Obviously, Brett's not going to be he's not going to have Negate in his deck in this matchup.
But turn 2 Blind Obedience is pretty ridiculous.
Well, but how does Brett interact with Domri?
You know, play like Detention Spheres.
Revealing a Wolf Front, I believe. Yeah, Domri's activation is you only have to reveal it if it's a creature. Gore Clan Rampager cast the hard way.
It's good though because you know Brett plays like Ultimate Price. It's Devour too.
Does Brett gain the life?
No, Brandon does.
But Brett's deck literally cannot win through damage, so who gives a poop? Devour Flesh is an edict effect, so Brandon has to sack a creature. Good thing for Brett, he only has one. So Brett just playing draw go, but that's exactly what he wants to do here. He's gonna. Normally, I would say he has to find an answer to the Domri, but with the blind obedience in play.
If he ultimates a Domri, then he can't target anymore.
Oh, everything is hexproof.
Usually that would be attacking in that fashion.
Just comes in taps due to blind obedience. He's gonna make him sack it. But you're right. He needs to find an O-ring or a detention sphere for the Domri, or Brett is going to.
If Brett hits like a Jace or something, he's right in it. I got a memory adept.
Yeah, I honestly don't think that the hexproof turns off his charms and stuff, but with as many edict effect as Brett has, and, well, I mean, there's 24 lands in it, right? Wolffield Silverheart. Azorius Charm, drawing a card. And extort. Oh, I forgot that Brett can't extort here.
Is he going to do it 24 more
That's his win
times?
condition.
Maybe. I guarantee there's more copies of Blind Obedience in his deck.
So is Domri at 7 at ultimate range?
Mm-hmm.
He just ulted, I believe.
I think Brett realizing that he drew. I think what happened there is that Brett thought he didn't draw off his Azorius Charm, then realized he had, then put the card back, revealing it to Brandon. I think Brandon's actually probably fine with the fact that Brett has an island on the top of his deck, but nice sportsmanship from Brett. Arbor Elf getting in there.
Yeah.
I'm wondering in the chat, this might be Alec. Oh, it's Alec Myers. I was like, this guy seems to know a lot about what's going on, but then I realized it's because it's Alec Myers, who plays here almost every week. So pushing Domri up to 8, Psychic Strike taking out the...
Are we at ultimate for Domri yet?
Yeah, he's past ultimate for Domri.
Yeah, I was just trying to draw off of it.
Draw an Arbor Elf. But with the Kessig Wolf Run, every...
The ultimate will make a Talon Strike. And then that makes the Wolf Run really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did.
He did ultimate it.
I have a token. Hold on.
You gotta hurry. This game's gonna be over before you get out there. Because he's got a double striking Wolf Run guy. There you go. Max feels...
Now I feel more official.
So we're activating Wolf Run here.
How much?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So makes it 6.
We're good. That's 5, so he hits for
12. Knocking Brett down to 13. And this is the exact reason why everyone sideboards into KO Terminus. Living on a prayer.
Well, we have to have another guy that gets untapped. But he's still drawing, so...
And there's a Strangleroot, guys, which would be lethal in this spot if it wasn't for Blind Obedience. Brett with a Cup Island in hand, which of course is what he deserves for playing with Cup Island.
That's it.
Now he drew something. Supreme Verdict.
Comes back in tapped.
Comes back in tapped, and then Brett is dead on the next swing.
Yeah. Did Verdict kill him, honestly?
And Brett Rose concedes there. Like I said, that's why. So Brandon is clearly a still had all these kind of guy.
It's okay, some people.
So congratulations to Brandon Booth. He moves to 2-0. So he's well on his way to top 8 as we are playing a 4-round standard, 4-round Swiss event tonight. Brett, like I said, that's the reason why decks sideboard into Planeswalkers against traditional control decks, because it becomes very difficult for them to answer because they don't play creatures. So, we're giving away Birthing Pod, courtesy Valley. I have held it right here. Here's the trivia question I've got for you. Remember, all of tonight's trivia questions are going to reward people who have watched the stream before. So the most infamous incident in the history of our stream, Max, do you know what I'm talking about? In terms of gameplay, the most commented on, the chat was livid, got infinite messages on YouTube. It involves 2 cards. One card that was played incorrectly, and one card that it was targeted. So I want to know the first person who names both cards.
It involves.
And no. I want this to happen too, as people are already trying to get into. Here's what it is. Name the card that was misplayed. Name the card it targeted. Name the player who played it. 3 of them. And I want to tell you this right here. Not eligible if you play here at the shop. So this is for hardcore stream viewers only.
What'd you do?
I texted it to you.
You texted it to me? Alright. So I'm looking for, and the reason that people are not eligible to win is because I'm trying to reward people who watch our stream, not people who are just not at FNM this week. Max got it right.
Is this it?
Huh? Well, like I said, it's a 3-part answer. No one has given me all.
There it is.
What is it?
Convict got it.
Convict 36S. It was Cliff Markham who accidentally tried to bounce his own Restoration Angel with Cyclonic Rift. This was the first week, I believe, that those cards were allowed to play. That's Return of Ravnica. I literally did not know that Cyclonic Rift was only opponents.
Do you want me to find the game 3? Or
Yeah, you can go out and find. Yeah, see if we can find another one.